Hello. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are, I'm Ryan in Singapore. Welcome to the Mindfulness Daily Practice. Hi, Cece. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Rob. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Dirk. Hello, Sam. Hello, Magdalena. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Suzanne. Hello, Melina. Hello, Aaron. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Rob. Hello, Tea Lady Nat. Hello, Emma. Hi, Greg. Frank's decided to join from the beginning today. I guess maybe he knows the topic today is about relaxation. And Frank, he's pretty chill. He's pretty relaxed. But the name of today's practice is "Come on, relax already." The idea, of course, behind this is that I think a lot of us think that this is how we have to meditate. That meditation's got to be like, I'm here to relax. So hey, let's do it. Let's hurry up and start relaxing. And that this is kind of our theme today. In that this attitude is not always the most helpful as we go and do our meditation. So we'll chat about that a little bit as we get going here. So, hello everybody. Yeah, Frankie's. I see you say Frankie's a master. I don't think Frankie's really a master. He gets, who's most stressed out by this move from Hong Kong to Singapore? Frankie hasn't. He's been. He's had his challenge. It's funny. I guess you'd think that of all of the living creatures that had this transition from our move to Hong Kong and Singapore, that Frank would take it the easiest, but he's had a hard time. Can see that this transition's been challenging for him. So we're living in this temporary housing now, and I suppose that's, some people are wondering why I'm drinking out of a glass coffee cup instead of my tea bowls, and that's because those are still coming over here. So I think when we move to our more permanent place, Frank will settle in and he'll be able to relax, and which is maybe is a good testament about how your surroundings have an effect on you. And to be in a place that's uncomfortable can make it hard to relax. And not to say that this place is uncomfortable. I'm pretty happy here. Just that maybe Frank is used to our old place, and I think the new place we have will be a bit more conducive to Frank feeling the way that he used to feel back in the old place. So so about relaxation, and I think that this is probably a good segue into relaxation, in that your environment can have an effect. Certainly if you try to do your body scan in the middle of a construction site, you'll find that it's probably going to be harder to relax than if you do it in a quiet place, a place where you've prepared things for yourself, a place to lie down and to be comfortable. So and that is how the body scan often is done, and that's how we teach it in MBSR, in mindfulness-based stress reduction, that one of the ways to help to aid in relaxation is to lie down, because when we're lying down, none of our muscles need to be engaged, that we can really relax and let go of tension more easily when we don't have to engage any muscles. Even sitting requires some engagement of muscles. So when we lie down, we can be a little bit more relaxed. And as well as aromatherapy, right? Like certain smells can help us feel more relaxed. So there are certain things that really do tie into our body and our evolutionary ways to feel safe. I think safety and relaxation are tied to each other. If we're not feeling safe, it's hard to feel relaxed. And of course, that feeling of safety comes here as well. So if we're thinking about things that cause anxiety, this also can cause tension in the body. So, and this maybe we have a little bit less control of over than our external environment. So I would encourage you, as we do our practice, as we prepare to go into our practice today, we have about 4 more minutes before we get started. Go ahead and start arranging your area so that you can be as relaxed as possible as we go through today. But the real point of today's talk isn't about arranging your space or closing your eyes to get more deeply into the meditation. It's this attitude about relaxation. So one of the ideas here is that trying to relax can cause additional tension. So as we go through the practice, even though this practice can be relaxing and is designed to be relaxing, it may not be relaxing for you. You may not be able to feel relaxed. And that might be a product of all of the things that happened earlier today. Maybe what happened today caused you emotional stress, and that emotional stress starts to manifest as physical tension in the body. So starting to be aware. And so that's really the purpose of this meditation. It's not really to relax us. However, the meditation may cause us to be relaxed, but the purpose is not relaxation. The purpose is to explore with this kind of beginner's mind and curiosity our bodies, and what's the state of the body now, and what kind of information am I getting from my body, and also to drop us into present moment awareness so that we can be here, we can be present. And through this process and through the way the body scan works, we may become relaxed. So as you scan through the body, maybe you find areas of tension. And today we're going to work on an area of the body that, at least for me, is the one that if I feel emotional stress, the tension kind of appears in this region of the body. So we'll spend more time focusing on this region today. So when we discover that there's tension, sometimes the awareness of that tension alone is enough to bring in some relaxation. So, oh, there it is. I feel it. My shoulder. There's some tension in my shoulder. And then maybe just through breathing in and breathing out, that shoulder relaxes. Or, and this is maybe the more challenging part, I come to my shoulder, I notice the tension, I breathe in, I focus my attention on my shoulder, I breathe out, and maybe through that out breath, I'm imagining that the tension is going out with my breath, or whatever kind of technique you're using, and the tension's still there. But wait a minute, I thought this meditation was supposed to relax me. Why am I not relaxing? Oh, and then, of course, this starts to cause more stress. And then the tension gets worse. And then the thoughts around the tension become worse. And the tension, and then you see, then this starts to spiral. And then you can start to have an unpleasant experience based on trying to cause yourself to be more relaxed. So this is kind of the idea here, is can we be accepting of our bodies? And I think that's really one of the key messages of the body scan meditation. Can we be accepting of our bodies? Many of us, our bodies are strangers to us. We haven't spent much time really feeling sensations in the body. It might have been a very long time since you explored what it feels like to be in your body, or we have an unhealthy relationship with our bodies, that our body has had a lot of chronic pain over the years, and so we feel kind of upset, or we wish things were different from how they are, or we look in the mirror and we don't like what we see, and so we have this kind of unhealthy relationship, this kind of wishing our bodies were different from how they are. And today's practice is about acceptance, not just about how the body is, but also about sensations you're feeling. Maybe I'm feeling discomfort. Is it possible, instead of bracing against that discomfort and wishing it were gone, is it possible to turn towards it, to examine it as, that majestic gazelle you see on safari? Oh, wow, there it is. I haven't seen this in a while. Or maybe I've never experienced this experience before. Can you roll out the red carpet? Welcome challenging experience. Welcome tension. You're here now. And there's no purpose, there's no point at this point in time to try and wish you to go away. In fact, that is perhaps what's going to cause that tension to get greater. So instead, notice it, be aware of it, and sometimes, just through that awareness, the tension itself dissolves. So, welcome everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started in our practice today. We're going to do a part of the body scan. So, as we go through the rest of this week, the theme is the body scan meditation, and we're going to focus on different parts of the body and try to spend a bit of time to really get into that part of the body and to really observe what's there. So we'll spend the next about 14 minutes exploring the region of the torso and examining and exploring what's there. So get comfortable. If you like, lie down. If you are lying down, I would encourage you to bring your arms a bit away from the body, palms open toward the ceiling, legs slightly spread apart with the feet gently falling away from each other. Maybe having a pillow behind your head. And just taking a few moments, a few breaths here to examine what it feels like to be here right now. And one way to calibrate our awareness is to notice the feeling of pressure. Pressure between your body and your supporting surface, where you're being touched. So gravity pulls down on the body. The supporting surface pushes back. So can you feel that area where pressure is? So if you're sitting like I am, you'll feel the pressure in the buttocks, possibly in the legs. If your feet are touching the floor, feeling it in your feet as well, as your feet are taking up some of the weight of the legs. If you're lying down, noticing the heels, parts of the legs, the buttocks, the backs of the hands, the elbows, the shoulder blades, the back of the head, and maybe part of the neck. So let's just take a few moments to explore the sense of touch, the sense of being touched, the sense of having a bit of pressure placed against the skin. And where do you feel the pressure? Is it on the skin? Can you feel it deeper in the tissue? How deep does it go? At what point do you no longer feel that pressure? Do you feel it all the way to your bones? Or maybe there's some spot between the bones and the surface of the skin that sense of being touched slowly subsides. So can you examine with this sense of curiosity what it feels like to be touched? And as you feel ready to do so, perhaps on the next exhalation, releasing your awareness of these areas of the body that are being touched, and gently guiding your attention to the belly feeling the belly as it moves, expanding with each breath in and contracting with each breath out. In and out, expanding and contracting, feeling the belly as it moves. And for some of us who, especially those of us who are feeling tension, you may notice that this expansion and contraction is not so much. You may find that the breathing is constricted here. And through that awareness, maybe there's a little moment of aha. And we can release that tension and allow the belly move with a bit more freedom. So fully examining that expansion, noticing on the surface of the skin how the skin stretches out. Feeling the navel moving away from the spine as you breathe in, towards the spine as you breathe out. And actually, where is it that moves the most? As I examine my own belly, I feel maybe 2-3 finger spaces above the navel seems to be moving the farthest away from my spine. So with this kind of sense of curiosity, this exploration, maybe examining the breath of the belly in a way that you've never examined it before. This high resolution awareness. And what about inside the belly? Can you feel your digestive organs? Can you feel movement inside? Of course, digestion happens a bit more easily when our body is at ease. You feel sensations of hunger or sensations of satiation. Are those sensations in the region of the belly, or are they somewhere else? And then on your next exhalation, letting go of this scanning of the belly and moving your attention upwards towards the chest, feeling the rib cage, with the lungs inside expanding and contracting as you breathe. Maybe you can feel a diaphragm moving up and down, changing the space in the chest cavity and the abdominal area. Maybe you can feel your own heart beating inside your chest. Perhaps taking a moment to give gratitude to this hard-working muscle, tirelessly moving every moment of your life, since even before you were born, your heart has been beating. As tired as you may feel from time to time, your heart never tires. Your heart keeps working. Can you feel it beating in your chest? And no worries if you can't. That sensation is not available to all of us. So feeling the chest. And on your next exhalation, letting go of the chest. And bring your awareness to the back of your body and going down to the lower back. Feeling the muscles of the lower back. Noticing the vertebrae here. Feeling the muscles on the left side and the right side. There may be tension here. One side of the back may have more tension than the other. Or maybe there's no tension. Maybe you can feel as well the consequences of the breath. Can you feel a bit of tightness as you breathe in? And then a looser feeling as you breathe out. What's here? What's present? What can you detect and discover in your lower back today? And now on the next exhalation, releasing awareness of the lower back and guiding attention upwards into the mid-back and continuing to expand into the upper back. Noticing the muscles between the shoulder blades, the muscles up towards the neck, the muscles along the side body. What do you feel here? If you're lying down, feeling the shoulder blades against the supporting surface. So examining, exploring, and maybe as we examine this region, we find tension. If we do find tension, can we be aware of it? And through that awareness, perhaps the tension dissolves, and also, the tension may stick around. Can we be okay with it being here? Just exploring, looking for what's here right now. And so from here in the upper back, can we expand our awareness to include the lower back, to include the chest, to include the abdomen, so that our torso as a whole is in the forefront of awareness, that we feel the entirety of the torso. Can we feel it expanding and contracting with each breath? So notice how awareness can be a fine point, or we can expand it outwards. So can you feel this torso of yours? Can you feel yourself breathing? Can you feel whatever sensations are here? And so congratulations, everyone. You've made it through today's practice. And just a reminder that doing practices like this one regularly are a way for you to take a more active role in your mental and physical health. So keep it up. Keep it up, and you will bound to be successful. You are bound to be successful. You will begin to see results. So we'll close practice with 3 rings of the bell. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this practice today. Thanks for being here and supporting each other as well. Quite nice to be here practicing with all of you. How'd it go today? What did you find? Did you find tension? Did that tension release, or did it stick around? Was the meditation easy, or was it difficult? Did you find your mind wandering a lot? Please feel free to write in the chat and let us know how it went. Thanks, Doug, for your donation. Thanks, James, for being here. As Sam says, I totally was not falling asleep. I'll read it properly. I totally was not asleep sitting up just then. Well, it happens, right? I mean, this is what, yeah, and we'll chat about that too as this week goes on. Talk about the body scan and sleep, what happens. So we'll be chatting about that here as the week goes on. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Magdalena. Thank you, Sam. And Rachel shares, I surprisingly went very deep. It seemed longer than it was. Very little monkey mind. Thanks for sharing, Rachel. And that maybe is a testament to what happens when you really can drop into the present moment. You really start to explore that with curiosity. Thanks, Suzanne. Why, when we do a shorter one, do I think I want more time, and then when we do the long hour one, I'm thinking, I wonder if I can manage this. Yeah, I don't know. It's I think it's how our mind psychs us up. I think it's funny. This reminds me of my 9-year-old. My 9-year-old. It's like anytime he does something. There's always that big anticipation that's going on. Oh, what's it going to be like? Oh, I don't want to do it. This is, this is part of our practice, is to learn about ourselves and to notice resistance. So if you have resistance to your meditation practice, like what other things do we have resistance to? It's worth taking a look. Thanks for sharing, Suzanne. Dirk shares, my mind was at the book I'm reading. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, James, for your donation. Thanks, Tina. Tina shares, I'm grateful for your comments about how strong the human heart is. What a magical experience to have a healthy body, let alone mind and spirit. And I just will comment there. And I do like to cite John Kabat-Zinn sometimes. John says, as long as you're breathing, there's more right with you than wrong with you. So even if you don't believe that you have a healthy body, what you think about your body. This mindfulness-based stress reduction is a, and my first MBSR teacher runs a group for cancer patients, and I think that really rings true. As long as you're breathing, there's more right with you than wrong with you, no matter what you may think. This body is not a simple machine, If you're alive, there's a lot of things that are going on that's right. Yes, thanks, Dirk. Please do. You could write in Ryan's Daily Mindfulness Circle. Here on Insight Timer, there's an Insight Timer group where I share a daily summary of the day's practice. I also will let you know when the meditation's about to start, and there's also some chat that goes on in there, so please do feel free to join that if you like. Tea Lady Nat shares, went great today. Holiday off day, so I had the environment set and was ready to participate. Thanks for sharing. CC shares, I try not to think I must relax, but I am allowed to let go and relax. Thank you, CC. John shares, I fell asleep toward the end. My mind was still, though, during the time I was awake. Thanks, John. And Sam says, where there's life, there's hope. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So we'll be back tomorrow, do a little bit more body scan. We'll have a different part of the body tomorrow, a different topic, so look forward to chatting with you then. And let's close our practice with a little bit of well wishes, some well wishes to ourselves, and some well wishes to each other, and some well wishes to the whole world and the universe. May I be happy and peaceful. I wish all of you, everyone watching, listening right now, wherever you are, I wish you all happiness and peace. And may all life on earth, good and bad, big and small, young and old, well or ill, may they all be happy and peaceful. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, CC, for your donation. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.